Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, people, make sure that you lot are smashing up the lights. Make sure that you lot are subscribing to the channel. Make sure that you're subbing to D as well, people. D Palace, you know what I mean? Back of the nest. The description is in, the link is in the description even, people. So make sure that you lot are subscribing. Big up Jellyhead. You got Jellyheads here saying 10 minutes late. Don't, hey, listen, me, D, we're working men. You know what I mean? We're working men. So I had to pattern a few things. You know what I mean? Big up Wesley. He says, big up brothers, big up, man. You got TTM in here as always. Big up yourself as well, bro. But people, if you're watching on playback, make sure that you lot are subscribing and make sure that you lot are checking out the sponsor, Jersey FC Soccer Shop, Don CFC, 20% off at checkout, people. Make sure that you're checking them out. Really good football tops and they're good quality as well. So make sure that you're checking them out. But D, it's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute. You know, me and Joe were just backstage. You know, we haven't really been on This Is London much lately. Feels like I haven't really spoken to you in time, bro, apart from the from the group chats, you know, and like I've said in the title, Palace are in disarray at the minute, bro. Yeah. You man are in disarray at the minute. How are you feeling as a Palace fan right now, man? There's so many problems with your club right now.
Yeah, you know what? Like, even yesterday, we recorded a preview on our channel, and it was like, damn, we've got a game to play. It feels like all of the things that's been going on, it's been happening longer than a week. Well, the disarray probably has started for longer than a week, where without winning 10 games. But this week has just heated up with Gahey leaving. Well, that was last week, and Glasner's comments and Mateta, this, that. So it's been a long week. And this game, at the end of the day, it's all about what you do on the field. Like, that's why you want to make sure everything off the field is right, so you get the best chance of getting results. And here we are. We've got another game against Chelsea. But yeah, it is. It's chaotic. It's chaotic. You just don't know what to expect by the hour. And I'm not for it. I just want the window to end and then the summer to come, and then we start fresh again.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Mateta as well, man? Because obviously we spoke in the group, and you didn't seem too fussed. You said, "Oh yeah, no, I don't even mind this guy leaving, bro." But that's news to me. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't expect you to watch Back of the Nest. I mean, you're not a Palace fan, but I have, you know, between us when we do the preview shows, I do think that Mateta hasn't been as good so far this season. I know the injury has been used as an excuse, but Glasner's come out and said no, he doesn't need any surgery or anything like that. He's one of the worst strikers in the league for conversion rates so far this season in terms of his XG. He hasn't played nowhere near the levels, and he's 28 years old. We've offered him a new deal. If a player doesn't want to be at the football club, you move on. I'm not on this, oh, come stay. Wharton probably doesn't want to be at a football club, but he's not causing a fuss. So there's context behind it, you know. There's been other players which I said, all right, let's keep him, because they're not causing a fuss, just like Gahey. He didn't cause a fuss and he put his head down. But all of this stuff happening right after the Sunderland game and Gahey leaving, it's like him trying to take advantage and his head being turned. And it's like, come on, bro, you was going to leave in the summer anyways. Like, that was always going to be the case. So why don't you just put your head down rather than causing this fuss? And plus, your performances haven't been great so far this season, despite him scoring 10 goals or so, which sounds crazy. He scored a hat-trick against Bournemouth. But yeah, I'm not against it for 30 to 40 million pounds. However, I wouldn't be surprised if he stays beyond this window, because I just don't see anyone else paying that much. However, like, I'm adding to that, saying, you know, how he's added he said apparently that he wants to leave the club and has handed in a verbal. Well, I guess you can't hand in a verbal, but it's been a verbal transfer request. So we'll see how that unfolds. But yeah, his valuation, I guess he's trying to decrease the valuation the club are asking for him. And it's just like, come on, man. There's a time and place. This is not the time and place for it. You can leave in the summer. I don't understand the rush right now. And he's chatting rubbish about one of the lowest paid players. Well, not in terms of that, because he is, but we've offered him a deal over a year ago and he's not been accepting it. So it's like,
how much is he on right now?
He's on apparently 55, which is peanuts. Yeah. However, we've offered him a deal around 100,000 and they didn't want to accept it. He wants more and he wants this, he wants that. So it's like, if you don't want to accept the deal, don't cry about the money then. You know, you could have been on more money for ages. So when he joined the club, he basically said that he sees this as a stepping stone. No player, we all know that's a scenario, But no player comes out publicly and says that to the media. He said that in 2021. So nothing surprises me about this. It was only a matter of when, and it's happening now. So
you see, the thing is that's the thing about these French brothers, man. They're so like just direct. You know what I mean? Like they don't mean any harm, but it's like maybe it just gets lost in translation at times. They, you know how French people are, D man. They just say it.
direct.
They just say it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, it's not good for him though. It's not good for him. I wonder what the reaction is going to be like towards him on Sunday if he does start. I think he does start unless he literally doesn't want to play. But so yeah, he's just ruining. He's ruining something good. Like we've done well for Palace. You've done okay. First 2 seasons, by the way. I don't remember anyone hyping up Mateta because he was arse. That was the facts. And now he's had 1 good season, 1.5 good seasons. And now he wants to cause this fuss. Like, come on, man, just relax. You're gonna take a touch. You're gonna leave in the summer. You are gonna leave in the summer.
You're gonna get some. Everyone's gonna get some. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Like you're gonna get your move. Right now, you are in the French squad as well. There's a chance that whilst playing for Palace, you might be going to the World Cup. So just relax. That's
No, I hear it, bro. Big up TTM for this comment as well, yeah, because this is spot on, man. He says losing 3 of your important players and your gaffer this summer is dark. D, do you trust the hierarchy to find a replacement for Glasner that can handle the summer? Will they reinvest the P's? Right? Yeah, talk to us about Glasner, man. How you feeling about the whole Glasner situation? And you know, if do you think they'll find a good enough replacement for him, bro?
I'm not too sure. It's going to be hard. Right now, there's all types of names that's been involved. Iriola's been mentioned as well, which I would love if he was to leave Bournemouth and come to Palace because he's out of contract as well. If we can offer him a deal, but yeah, in terms of Glasner, it might sound controversial. You might say like, "What?" But I wouldn't have minded if he left after Sunderland. Some of the comments that he made towards the club is just absolutely crazy. He's getting too big for his boots. Way too big for his boots. He came out, well, first of all, he made no subs against Sunderland, despite us creating nothing in the second half. There were options off the bench. Cool, the options ain't great, but there are still options off the bench. And then he comes out after Sunderland, and it just seems like, 1, he's pushing for a sack. Yeah, it seems like he's just giving up. And 2, he's just shitting on the players. The owners, I don't really mind, but there's a time and place. He doesn't take accountability. He really doesn't. I mean, we haven't, in these 10 games that we haven't won a single game, we faced Coops, we faced Macclesfield. In that Macclesfield game, Gay was there, Wharton was there, and he still didn't get a result. You know, he's doing what he's done at Frankfurt, at Wolfsburg, now at Palace. Exact same scenario. Same scenario. And I just don't respect it. I don't respect it. However, if he puts his head down, wins us the Conference League, it would be great, and I think that's in his best interest. But yeah, Steve Parish basically came out. The board haven't been nowhere near good enough, and I think they are at fault as well. But as a manager who, by the way, he can't control his emotions. There's no way this man survives at a top job. There's just no way. We saw it early on in the season, coming out speaking to the press. It sounds great for the media and the fans. Like, it was nice to hear him press demands on the board, but he was not meant to announce that he's leaving that morning. He was not meant to. He just done it because he found out the Gay news and he lost his head. He said it to the players right before a game. And then he comes out to the media. We're in a transfer window. It doesn't help us in a transfer window either. You're coming out saying that you're going to be leaving now. Like, there's a time and place. And for that reason, like, if you don't want to be at Palace, and he made loads of comments. He said, I don't care. If you don't want to be at Palace, then I don't want you here either. Like, we've been a Premier League club before Glasner. We've been in the Premier League for over like 12 years now. So Glasner's only been here 2 of those years. Yes, he's brought us glory, but if you're going to leave end of the season, my perspective on all of this going on was that you might as well leave right now, and then we're bringing in a new manager that can work with these players, and we can figure out what we need in the summer. But yeah, he's staying. I'm not against it, but I'm not also for it as well. I think those comments just didn't help himself.
Yeah, no, listen, you make some good points, and I get your frustration with the manager because you feel like, you're not taking any accountability for how you've been managing the team. Because end of the day, bro, like, listen, I'm looking at your recent form, D. You've got 0 wins in 10 games, bro. I didn't even know that. I
don't think that's entirely the Premier League, because of course we faced Arsenal in the League Cup. We've also faced Macclesfield in the FA Cup.
And you lost.
Coops. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. In those games, you did have Gahey, you did have Wharton. Stop trying to deflect away from Glasner and trying to deflect onto the board, which I 100% understand. Even the Gahey selling Gahey stuff, the timing was wrong right before game. It was wrong, but it wasn't wrong to the level of him coming out and saying a bunch of stuff, bro. He didn't say one thing. He said a bunch of stuff. And it was just like speaking about himself in third person. These players need Oliver Glasner and this and that. Like, cool, you've done a good job. But this, let's save Oliver Glasner's image thing wasn't working in the way that he wanted it to work, because everyone's now probably looking, thinking, okay, cool, you're talking about the board, but the owners of Man United or the owners of all these other big clubs, hold on, wait a minute, we just had the same problem with our manager. Why would I want to go down this route? So he needs to take accountability, and there have been problems in terms of depth, and I think depth has contributed to that, but you have to adjust, and there hasn't been any adjustment. It's been the same thing.
Yeah, I hear it, bro. Listen, you know that the situation right now of Glasner and your board, right, is very similar to Maresca, because like TTM says, you know, after winning the FA Cup, he can understand him feeling himself. You know what I'm saying, bro? And, you know, it feels like he should have been backed a lot more. Even with like the Gahey stuff, like the way that they just agreed to sell him the day before the game. You know what I mean? With what's happening right now with Mateta, it feels like he's not really getting the backing that he needs. So on that side of things, I understand his frustration. But similar to Maresca, bro, like I understood the frustration about the summer. But once you lock into the season, now you are also accountable for that squad that you're using. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because if Glasner was so unhappy to the point where, you know, man's gonna be saying all these things in the media, he should have left in the summer, right?
Not even that. He contradicts himself. He always contradicts himself. He said at the start of this window, well, about 2-3 weeks ago, there's a good chance that Gahey does leave. So he knew that there's a chance that Gahey does leave, but he was upset about the timing. But for you to lose your head like this over a player that you yourself said that there's a chance that he could leave, then that's fine. About abandonment, he's just causing a massive division between the board and himself. Like there is now this divide at Palace, which wasn't needed at all. You could have just left in the summer. You've only got this window. You could have left in the summer, but you just wanted to pipe up. And then what else was it? There was another point that came to my head. It just flew out of my head right now. But about squad size. He came out. What was it, in December? And he said, you know what? Actually, I was the one that decided that we need a smaller squad. So you've been complaining about the squad size. But that's what I'm saying. Against United, he says that, you know, we have to do better. Then he comes out and says, actually, I wanted a smaller squad. And you can all search this up. He said it. Yeah. And then now he's complaining once again. It's like, bro, you're contradicting yourself 3 times within a month.
This is what I'm saying.
He's too emotional, way too emotional. We can be emotional as fans, but you can't be that emotional as a manager. It's reflecting onto the players as well. Adam Wharton, the last 2 games, hasn't been nowhere near the level that he should be at and was at. And I think that's on reflection based on what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. No, I hear you, bro. And again, that's where, you know, you need to be able to have these multi-layered conversations, because D is literally saying, I understand his frustration with the board. There's certain things that you probably disagree with what they've done, but at the end of the day, football's not black and white, bro. You can blame multiple people. You can blame the players, you can blame the manager, you can blame the board, right? And Glasner, bro, a lot of these managers, Maresca didn't want to take accountability, bro. As much as I defended him in the summer, he didn't want to take accountability for how he was managing the squad. You've got Amram didn't want to take no accountability. Glasner didn't want to take no accountability. I'm even surprised he's still in a job, D, because the way
you know why he's doing a job. Basically, it's obvious, man. It's obvious. After the Sunderland game, he wanted a sack. He wanted to follow Maresca. He wanted to follow Amram, because that tactic has worked. Coming out to the press and talking about your owners, you're going to get a sack. However, Steve Parish didn't buy into it. He basically said, if you want to leave, leave. I'm not sacking you. Like, if you want to leave, leave. And he's not leaving. Because why? He probably wanted a payout. He wanted a payout. End the job right now. He can chill, get his money, and then in the summer go find a new job. What an ideal scenario, right? Like, you can, rather than being in the UK, look at this weather. Miserable, grey, dark, raining. You can get a nice little paycheck and then go out, chill for a few months and get your new job. But to me, that shows weak. Yeah. And he isn't a weak manager in my head, because when he's locked in, then he's fully at it. But you can't also be locked out like this. Like, you can't, man. It's tough times are going to happen within this football club. You knew what you signed up for when you joined Crystal Palace. Not much has changed since you joined, and that is the issue. Things should have changed, but this was already in place. Like, we are going to sell our assets to reinvest that back into the squad because we want to be self-sustainable. But of course, he wants a different approach. But that's what you signed up for. So don't be shocked after the things that's happening, because that's all that was always going to be.
You're literally, I could literally say the exact same thing for the likes of Maresca, bro. You know what I mean? He knew what he signed up for. And that's why for me, I kept saying I would have respected him more if he left in the summer, because it's like, yo, I've just done what I've done over the summer period. I've got you lot top 4. You're not backing me with the players that I want, or like the starting level quality. I'm cutting. I would have said, yo, Maresca, I hear you, bro. But the fact that you locked in after what they did in the summer, you said, I'm still going to coach the team, and then you decided to just leave us the way that you did. You're taking zero accountability, bro. And there's too many people in his fan base that let man just get away with murder because of their hate for the ownership. I can criticize the ownership, but I can also take my emotion out of it about them and still talk about the manager too.
Yeah. That's the same with Palace as well. Because the Palace now, people are picking ownership. Some people are picking Glasner. They can both be in the wrong, you know. You don't have to pick sides. The ownership, I think we've hit our ceiling with Parish. It's funny me saying that because we literally won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. So it's like, your Palace, you won FA Cup, Community Shield. But I do think that was just extreme, like, luck with it's talent as well. You know, Elise, Eze, etc. These are talented players, but I just don't see that happening again. I just genuinely feel like we've hit a ceiling. I really don't. Dougie Friedman left the football club, the director of football, and since then, I mean, last summer was an absolute shambles. And now, even now, like, you're looking at how things are unfolding, it's just too chaotic. So I just feel like with Steve Parish, he's done a lot right. And if he leaves the football club, no one can say bad word about him, because he joined his club in 2010, saved the football club, won us the FA Cup, made us a stable Premier League football club, won, you know, Community Shield as well. It doesn't seem major but for Palace it is. I think he'll leave on a high. I just think right now, I'm worried about Sunday, man. I'm not even worried about the game. I'm worried about the atmosphere. I just don't know the reception that Glass is going to receive. I don't know if there's going to be trust towards the owners. But all of this started not because we sold Gehi, but because Glasner wanted to open his mouth the way he did because he wanted to get sacked. And that's what I don't respect.
Yeah. And you kind of look a bit weak as well, you know. It's like right now, Imagine right now you see a video like Dami. You know Dami in India, that video, bruv. Yeah. That video of your girl getting lipped up, and then she gets home and you're like, you know what, babe? It's all right. I'm gonna forgive you. Yeah. Nah, bro. You know what I mean? Parish, Glasner will be out of this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. He looked weak, man. Parish looks weak in the scenario. He looks weak, but I understand why he's doing what he's doing, because Glazer wanted to get sacked, and he was like, "If you want to just leave. Then I'm not going to pay you out. If you're not happy here, you can leave." And Glazer said, "All right, I'm not going to leave. I still want to get paid." So this is the situation that we're in. I think the positive is Sar's back, Munoz is back. We've missed both of those players for the past month or so. So they're significant. They are massive for us because that right-hand side, we've had no balance there. So hopefully in this game, both of them playing, he could add a bit to it. But we need a win, man. We need to win desperately. And for Glaz's best interest, if he's not going to leave, I think he'll put his head down. I truly believe that, because it'll be stupid of him just to not care, because his stocks are going to drop more and more if Palace don't win games. So but Conference League right now, for example, I'm not as hopeful until I see it anyway. Because right now the club's in disarray.
So what's been going wrong for you, man, tactically, man? Because I can't lie, I ain't really watched a lot of Palace this season. I watched your game against Arsenal like the other week, and you obviously lost on penalties and whatnot. But I ain't really watched a lot of you this season. Like, what's actually been going wrong tactically, D? Would you say, like, what's going wrong for you, man?
This season, tactically, before Munoz and Sarr got injured, there wasn't much wrong. In fact, we were up there in terms of chances created. And this was the whole where we come down to Mateta. We missed a lot of chances. We created a lot, but we missed way too much. And Mateta simply this season, his 10 goals should have been at least 15, 20. Like, I will go and find the clips and you're like, how on earth did he miss them? He's missed so many sitters so far this season. For before the injury, before the Conference League properly started, in terms of when we're talking about November, December, when the fixture congestion happened, everything was fine. 19 games unbeaten, lost that against Everton. But injuries and squad depth. I think that's the issue. And this is where Glasner comes into play as well. I don't think he's been backed enough, 100%. However, he's also, some of these injuries and also the players getting fatigued is down to him playing these players just too long and too much. You know, there's been lack of rotation. There's still been options off the bench, like Uche, who joined on loan from Getafe.
Yeah.
He's still an option. He scored in Conference League, yes, against media opposition, but he's still an option. Like, you should give him more opportunities because he's coming off positive performances. There's a striker now scoring goals, so let him build on that. But no, you're still going to continue playing Mateta. Like, rotate the team. He didn't rotate the side during this crazy run, and we played, I think, one of the most games in Europe out of everyone because of the Community Shield as well. I think we played already like 37 games so far this season with the Conference League and League Cup. We made a decent run as well, and we just haven't had the squad. But if you don't have the squad in terms of, you know, playing the same starting 11 week in, week out, you still have players. We still have players. You know, he has given 1 or 2 opportunities, but he hasn't allowed those players to build on those chances. And I think we've just run the squad down. Second half of games, the squad just collapses. And thankfully, now that the fixture madness is over, we finished before the Sunderland game, we've actually had time to train. Set pieces, terrible. Absolutely terrible this season. Last season, we were one of the best sides in the entire league with set pieces. So lack of training, squad depth, and a manager not rotating. That's been a problem.
Conference League as well, isn't it? Conference League for you, man, as well. Like, that's been a bit. Do you think that's affected you, man, as well?
100%, man. Like, it's affected us massively. Because as I mentioned, we haven't, the injuries piled up. At some point, we was missing 12, 13 players, and we just don't have enough. We don't have enough. We're basically playing with 12, 13 players. Like, this, the half of the squad is disappeared. So on top of that, we had a Conference League game on a Thursday, and then we have a Premier League game on a Saturday when we lost 4-1 to Leeds. Like, come on, man. Let's be real. These players are not robots. They can't play professional football 90 minutes in both games, which they didn't because he rotated the side fully there. He had to. Literally, whole 11 changed. But it still doesn't change the fact that after the Leeds game, we had Arsenal within a few days' time. So the Conference League has hurt us massively. But of course, as a fan, I've been loving it. And that's where the blame goes down to the board as well, because, we should have strengthened the squad more. But as I mentioned, contradictions, because Glasner has come out and said that he wanted a smaller squad. So, I mean, how much more could the board have done then? What was it complaining about? Exactly, things ain't adding up. So it's a bit confusing, even me speaking about it.
So talk us through your lineup then. This is the lineup that you've gone with. You're usually obviously 3 at the back with the wing backs. Talk us through it, man. What's your thinking around this, bro?
Yeah, this is probably our best team. We can talk about the midfield because maybe Will, who starts there. So in goal, Henderson, Richards, Lacroix, that's been the back 3 anyways, well, part of the back 3, and then Gay's left. So Lerma started at centre-back against Sunderland, but he's not left side. Yeah. So I think JD Canver will come back into the side. I think the reason why I started Lerma is because he was prepping for the game, the Sunderland game with Gay. He had left centre-back, and he basically had to change it within the last day or so. So he probably went for experience there with Lerma starting ahead of JD Canver. But the big thing is Munoz, he's back. Hopefully he's able to start. He hasn't been able to start since our last win. I think he's been away since December the 3rd, or so we haven't had Munoz in a while, or no, we beat Fulham without Munoz in the side actually. So he's been missing for a long time. Ismail Assar's back from AFCON. So our whole right-hand side has been dysfunctional. It's just been a mess. Justin Devaney, who you can argue is not even good enough to be a Premier League starter, has been, and it's not even a right wing back, who has been playing right wing back. There's been no balance.
Is that the guy that Martinelli cooked?
Yeah, no. That was JD Cambo, the left centre.
He got cooked, bro. He got cooked. He's starting this game. You want him to start this game, yeah? Yeah, because he's starting at centre back. He's not right. There's a difference between playing right wing back and a left centre back. He's not a right wing back. There is. Yeah, bro. So, the way that I was seeing him covering his wide areas and that, bro. Hey,
JD Campbell, he's had some good games, some bad games. He's only 19 years old, so he's still fairly young. He came in against Brighton. He had an amazing game. in that match, and a few other games as well so far this season. So he needs to start. Now that Gay's gone, he's the future. So let him start. Let him go through this, whether that's mistakes or not. Let him grow. So yeah, the big thing is, the thing that gives me a bit of optimism going into this one is Munoz being back. Munoz has been player of the season so far. Goals, assists, energy, and we've been lacking right-footed players in the side. Sarr and Munoz adds to that. We've down the right-hand side, it's just Devaney, who's a left-footed number 10 playing our right wing back. Like, what is going on? We just haven't had that. So yeah, Lerma, the reason why I'm starting Lerma, and I think he will do, is set pieces. We haven't been great, and he is the best player in the air for Palace. He's amazing in the air, so I think he starts him there. However, I think he is now a trigger point for the press because he's not as great on the ball. And then Mitchell is just self-explanatory. And then, Yeremy Pino will be starting as the left-sided 10. And let's see if Mateta doesn't cause a fuss and wants to play. I think he does play him, but for me, there's still that uncertainty there. We're going to find out in a few hours when he talks to the press.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's some dangerous players there that I'm looking at in this lineup, man. I'm looking at Yeremy Pino. I think he's very nippy on the ball. He looks, quite technical as well. Decent enough ball carrier, I would say, when I've watched him. He looks all right. Sarr, I know what this guy's all about, especially on a transition, bro. And you'll see the lineup that I've gone with, that I hope we've gone with for this game, because on a transition, Sarr is dangerous. The way he eats up space, bro, and he's not scared to shoot as well. You know what I mean? When he gets in front of goal, he's shooting, yeah? And then obviously we know what Mateta's all about. We tend to deal with him quite well, to be fair. Like, I know he scored against us away last season when I was fucking sitting in front of the pole, behind the pole even, yeah?
Are you going? No.
Well, listen, I might be there, innit? I haven't found out yet if I can get a ticket, but I might be there. But Josh dealt with him quite well, if you remember last season when we played you lot away. Josh could have got man of the match, if anything, in that game.
Yeah, I haven't watched Chelsea as much recently. I've been very busy. I haven't watched them under Liam Rosenior, but I know kind of what to expect anyways. I've seen highlights, so I haven't watched the full games. But yeah, talking about Josh, he was very good, man. I was surprised when Maresca was playing about with him at times, because I forgot what game it was. He subbed him off, and it's like, what are you doing?
It was that was against Sunderland.
Yeah, was it? Yeah. It's like, and then they went on to score.
And he was having an amazing game that day as well, bro. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I remember against Mateta, bro, like he had a very, very good game. You know what I mean? So Mateta, we tend to deal with him quite well. And I've spoken to you about our record against you, man. You know what I'm saying? Our record against you, man. It's been time since you last beaten us. You know what I mean? I know recently it's been like draws, but in terms of beating Chelsea, bro, it's been a minute since Palace have done that. Now, obviously, we all know about Wharton. I don't rate that Lerma guy, in all honesty. I don't see anything really about him. Mitchell, I think, is bang average. Munoz, I really like. I rate him as one of the best fullbacks in the league. You know what I mean? If you're looking at a fullback, when United and Amrim are saying, yo, they should go sign Munoz for right wing back, I think it's really good. You know what I'm saying? And then Richards, Lacroix, again, I rate these guys. I think they're good, man. I think they're solid. You know what I mean? So that's a good enough team to hurt us in certain areas. But this is the lineup that I would go with, because at the minute, we're still trying to work out. Obviously, Rosenior's come in now. He's only managed 4 games. So
we've faced him though. We've faced him this season, so we know slightly what to expect from him. Although I don't think he's as crazy. Is Sanchez coming out and playing centre back?
No. Sanchez ain't doing that right now. You're only gonna see that of Penders. You only see that of Penders. Sanchez ain't doing that.
We faced Strasbourg, of course, this season, and these sides they were decent. They were decent, but we missed open chances. I mean, we missed 2 open goals on top of other chances. I don't know how we lost that game, but no,
I remember that game, man. Some of the chances that they gave up here was a bit mad. And Wesley, I'm starring your questions, bro. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after. But Alexis, big up Alexis, my guy Alexis. He says, Don, tell D's a legend, my favorite cast member from Potts' shows.
Appreciate it, bro. Do
you know him?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. That's Alexis, one of my guys, man. He tends to jump on the channel. But yeah, this is the lineup that I've gone with. I think we need to go over 4-3-3. And the reason why I've gone with 3-man midfield is, again, what I'm seeing from Sarr and these guys, Pino in the transition. I don't want to be seeing a pivot of Enzo and Caicedo, because off the ball on the transition, bro, it can get a bit techie. I need to have a little bit more protection on that side. You know what I'm saying, bro? So for me, I want to go over 3-man midfield. He might start Gusto at right back and then start Reece in the middle, you know, but I'd rather restart at right back in this game, in all honesty, man. I just want to see man back there. I want to see natural midfielders in this position here. It's not to say that Reece isn't a natural midfielder, but I just prefer him at right back, in all honesty. And if he needs to invert, if you've got Santos going up like this and Enzo's like that, then you can still have Reece going in the middle like this. And if Fofana can be, you know what I'm saying, Fofana can do that. You know what I mean? But that's how I want to set up for the game, you know. I've gone with Palmer right wing as well, because obviously to get him into the team of a 3-man midfield, he has to play on the right. You know, he hasn't been great, D, but I'll be honest with you, bro. This season, I don't think we're going to see the best of Palmer this season, bro. I really don't. I just don't see it. I think he's injured. I think he's injured, bro. And he's not going to get the surgery. He's not going to get the surgery because of the World Cup. So I'm just looking at him and I'm hoping that he picks up form. But when I'm watching him, bro, I can clearly see this is a man that's playing with an injury. You know what I'm saying, bro? So don't expect him to do a mad thing, but I want him off the right in this game. I've actually gone with Delap again for the game. I know I've put João Pedro in the thumbnail, but listen, Delap, we need to start to create more for our strikers, D, right? Yeah. It's a Delap problem. It's a Delap problem. It's a Guillou problem. It's a Pedro problem. We don't play enough passes through the middle, man. A lot of what we do, we go wide. You know what I'm saying, bro? We never aim to really go central down the middle. And for me,
we're not going to let you. Yeah, we're Palace's model. We like to close out the middle anyway. So I guess if you like to go out wide, I don't know if you want to go out wide or if that's just teams forcing to go out wide, but we'll be doing that tactically. That's been Glasner's philosophy. So yeah.
No, I hear it, bro. I hear it, man. So listen, what was it? Is that John there? NBA High says Palmer right wing with no overlap is done crazy, bro. Do you know what I'm thinking about right now? Yeah, I just want as many passes as possible down the middle, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I'm thinking of Palmer in this position here, even if you don't have Reece overlapping him, I just want to be playing as many passes as possible to Delap. I want Delap to be occupying those 3 centre backs as well, because I feel like João Pedro will just leave them, and that's a problem because, bro, it will just mean Palace will step up. They'll be going further up the pitch. I want them to be going back. You know what I'm saying, bro? So if Gusto starts the game to overlap Palmer, I understand that too. But then that means that Reece plays in the midfield and Santos doesn't start the game. But I want Santos to start the game. You know what I mean, bro? I want Santos to start the game. But I definitely hear your point because I do want someone to overlap. And to be honest, right now, Reece, man, he surely now, you know what I mean? Surely NBA now, Reece can do a little bit of overlapping. Not 90 minutes, of course, but certain parts of the game, you know. But I just really want to focus on trying to play more central passes. And I feel like if you've got Palmer and Enzo on the pitch, you'll get a lot more of that. You know what I'm saying, bro? I feel like you'll just get a lot more of that, man. And then on the left, I'm not starting Neto for the game. I do think he will start D. This is the thing. And he's actually all right in the last game, but I would start Esteval. You know, players like Esteval, players like Palmer, they create our best chances. You know what I'm saying, bro? And Esteval, left wing, right wing, yo, I don't mind. You know what I'm saying, bro? He played left wing against Bournemouth and he was cooking. He done more in that game than what we've seen from Garnacho all season. You know what I'm saying, bro? So I just want to put the best players on the pitch and just let them go out there and play, right? Give them a little bit of freedom and you know, let's go see what we can do over there, man. But yeah, that's how I would set up. But again, if we go with Gusto at right back like this and you have him overlapping, right? And then you can obviously change Santos for Reece. You could also do this. Yeah. So I understand this too, you know. And then you've got Palmer that's more in those half spaces like that. And then you have Gusto.
Don't you think he'll play Gusto? And
where do I think he'll play him?
No, don't you think he will do this?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he could do that. I reckon he'll probably do this.
I reckon so as well. This seems a bit more realistic about what he'll do.
I reckon you'll probably do this. But then again, he really likes Santos. He likes Santos in it. So if Reece is now starting ahead of Santos, yo, that's kind of alarming. Bro. But then again, they don't want Reece to be overlapping. This is the thing. No one overlaps better than Reece. Bro. But this is the thing, man. And yeah, NBA, I wouldn't mind this lineup, bro. I wouldn't mind it, innit? It's just that I want to see Rice. I want to see Reece at right back and then Santos in the midfield. That's what I want to see, man. But what do you think of this lineup, D? Before we finish up, bro.
Yeah, it's got threats. 100%, it's got threats. From as I said, I haven't watched a lot of Chelsea under Rosinha. In terms of chances, I saw the Caicedo goal from the header. I think the midfield is going to be interesting because I think you got talent there, and I think you can overload the midfield. We only play 2 midfield, and what Gay done so well was that he would push up from the defense, where it doesn't seem like it. Like the system is fluid; it's not strictly 3-4-2-1. You'll see us go to a back 4, and with the centre backs push up. So I can see that scenario. But with JD Campbell, of course, Gay to anyone is a massive drop off because he's one of the best centre backs in the league. So you got threats there. But saying that, with Sam Munoz back, I think it should be a good game. It should be a good game. I think this is the first time in the last 10 games or so that we should have a chance of getting something, but it's not going to be easy at all because I don't know how the players are, where the head's at.
Yeah. Big up, man. So what are you saying in terms of prediction, bro?
In terms of prediction, I'm going to go for 1-0. I'm going to go for 1-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go for 1-0. We've drew against you lot 3 times under Glasner, or 4 times or something like that. We haven't lost the game. And of course,
3 times, bro. We drew twice last season. And then the season before that, he was there, innit? We drew at the Bridge. Remember when Eze scored that goal? Yeah, that was season before last, right? Actually, wait. When Eze scored that banger outside the box, that was last season at the Bridge.
No. It was this season. Are you talking about? Oh wait. Oh yeah, last season. Yeah, last season.
That was last season at the Bridge. Yeah, that was last season at the Bridge, and then we drew with you away. And then the season before that, we beat you at home.
Yeah. It's just these last 3 games.
Yeah.
Early on this season, we drew as well with you.
Yeah, exactly, bro. But I'm gonna say 2-1 Chels. I'm gonna say 2-1 Chels. I think the only convincing performance so far was probably against Charlton, and then obviously the other day against Paphos, like to be honest, we should have won more than 1-0, right? Wasn't the most convincing, but it was the maddest low block, D, like the maddest low block, bro. You know what I mean? And we still managed to create 5 big chances in the game. But yeah, I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea. Let us know in the chat what you guys think as well in terms of the prediction. But D, let the people know where they can find you, bro. I know you've got another stream coming up, so we'll finish up there, bro.
Yeah. So Back of the Nest for Palace content on YouTube, and then of course at D Palace for my personal socials. But yeah, man, good talking to you, bro. It's been a while. Feels like it's been a while, anyways. Both been busy, but yeah, man. Let's get through this game. For me, the focus is literally on conference. I want to go win that conference league, man. I want to go win it. Right now, it's looking mad.
Where are you on the table for that? Is it automatic?
It's done. We're in the playoffs.
Oh, fucking hell. Against who?
Against some Bosnian team called Mostar.
That's the most stats, I'm playing most stats, Hey, you're funny.
Yeah, we're just facing, and bro, I don't even know, bro. Some of the teams that we're facing, literally, it's funny. But yeah, so let's just get through the conference, man. That's in Feb, anyways. Before you go,
Wesley's got a question. Please ask D this on account of how West Ham are churning results now and Palace are in a shambles. Who has a brighter future, Palace or West Ham?
Come on, man. This is some proper lawless delusion, man. Talking about bright futures. The guy's literally cussing his owners in a relegation, literally about to get relegated. And somehow West Ham have a brighter future than Palace. I still think Palace have a brighter future. People are forgetting that we were still there with Glasner, and we're building a new stand. There's stuff to build up on, but I think Palace still have a brighter future than West Ham.
I think right now for sure, man. But it'll be interesting to see how you lot rebuild in the summer. You're definitely going to go back into the championship like you always do. And to be fair,
I don't think so. I think we've changed our strategy. I think we've changed our strategy to Ligue 1 in France.
That's what everyone likes now, yeah? Everyone likes the French.
Yeah. JD Campbell, the centre back who's starting, came from Toulouse. We've been linked with a few strikers as well, young strikers from France. So the championship right now, I was looking as well briefly. It doesn't have that many young ballers that are getting goals and assists. Of course, there's a few, but there's no Ezes or Elises there right now. There isn't. And the French league is a competitive league as well. It's a decent place because you can get good prices for players.
Even my man. What's that guy called? Philogene? Philogene's not really lighting it up right now, is he?
Yeah, Yeah, like who's really in the championship? Because I was thinking the same. I was like, what's going on? Like, why are we not going? We got Romanese from the championship and sent him back to the championship. He's at Coventry right now on loan with Lampard. But yeah, I think we're going down the French route, and that's what we've been linked with so far as well. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah. No, big up, man. Big up. It should be a good game anyway. That's going to be on Sunday. But big up, people, man. Make sure that you smash up the likes, like I said, people. Make sure that you're subbing to D. Make sure that you're subbing to the channel as well. I should be back a little bit later this evening with Jermaine and Cameron. I'm just waiting for Cameron to respond if he's available, people. And we should be going live maybe around 7:30. So make sure that you lot are there. But big up, man. Love. Bless.